Good morning, students. So, as you know, yesterday we were discussing about the topic that was our adaptation. We were discussing chapter 8 of bio, and in that we have discussed about the habitat, and in that after that we have discussed the adaptation and types of adaptation. So, as you know, there were two types of adaptation: terrestrial and the aquatic. Okay. Now, on that base, we were discussing the adaptation based on the aquatic habitat, and now we are going to discuss this for the plant first of all. We will discuss for both plant also and the animal also. So if we discuss for the plant first of all, so you know the aquatic habitat for the plant. So plant aquatic habitat, they are of three types. As yesterday also in the previous class I have told you. So there are three types are your, first one was your floating, and the second is your fixed plant, and the third was your submerged plant. So these are the three form. Now we will discuss the first one, that is the floating. Floating plants are, which are the floating plants, such as example if I say, examples are your like duckweed, then your next is your green algae. Okay, so like that so many are there. So what are the features shown by them? So they are first you know already that they are the floating plant, and the features are like they have a flat floating leaves to collect the maximum sunlight. As you know, plants are there, so plant will have the leaf, and leaf with the help of the leaf they are able to make their food. Okay, as sunlight is compulsory, as we know already about the photosynthesis process. Okay, so then their leaves have waxy coating. Now this plant, floating plant, we have the leaves, they are having a waxy coating. Waxy coating means they are waterproof. They can live whole life in the water only, and they will have no problem, and the leaf will not get destroyed also or not spoiled also. Then why the plant have the enough, they are able to flow on the water surface, like as here is one box I made, here is one flower, and in this if some plant is growing, so this they will flow on the surface of the water. So that's why, what is the reason? Because the air space is there in the stems and the leaves, that make them to, that make the plant light enough to flow. Okay, now the next one if we discuss is about the fixed plant. So second one we are discussing, that is the fixed aquatic so fixed, the word only you can understand. The this type of plant root is used to be fixed at one place, means under the water. So root of such plants are like your, some plant name we can talk about, that is your water lily and the lotus. Okay, so the root of such plant, they are fixed in the soil, and they have a plate like leaves that float over the surface of the water. So their leaves used to float on the upper part of the water. Then again their leaves are with the waxy coating, means they have the waterproof, and the stems are very flexible. Flexible means the stem can bend any side. Okay, so that's why we call it as flexible. Now the next one is the, if we discuss this third one is your submerged plant. So submerged plant, example I am telling first of all is your like hydrilla. Okay, so hydrilla that live under the water completely. Under the water completely means like if this one pond is there and inside this full water is there, so it will live inside only, not it will not come out of the water full time. Whether it's leaf also, stem also, root also, all the part of the plant will be inside the water only completely. So that's why they are known as, either you can say them underground or submerged plant. Now features that are shown by them are, leaves of some these submerged plants are divided, and which allow them to flow without causing any damage to them. Then their stems are also flexible and they have air space between them. So this all thing we have discussed, that was the case of the plant. Now we are going to discuss for the animal case. The animal aquatics only, but aquatic, and up to now we were discussing about the plant, and now for the animal adaptation in aquatic habitat for animals. Okay. So if we talk the first of so many animals are there. So like aquatic plant, there are a large variety of animal like your fish is there, frog is there. So they are also adapted to live in the aquatic habitat. So if we talk about the fish, so fish, you can see fish are found in the fresh water also and in the your salt water also. So like fresh water is used to be your pond water and lake, and your salt water is like in the oceans. Okay. So both fish means the fish which is living in the fresh water and in your salt water, they will have the same feature, or you can say they will show the same characteristics. Okay. So if we talk about the first point of that fish is about their tail, as the fish used to have the tail. So what with the tail the fish is doing? So with the tail fin, it helps in changing the direction. The fish can change direction, it can go upward, downward, any side. So it can change its direction. And now scaly skin of its body we talk. So if we talk about the body, so they have the waterproof scaly skin, and then next is the gill. So what they do with the help of gills? So gills help in the exchange of gases in the water. Okay. So they are able to exchange the gases like oxygen. Now next we are going to discuss is adaptation in the desert habitat. So adaptation in the desert habitat, as you know, so desert type is habitat is also a type of terrestrial habitat, and in desert what happened, the days are very hot. So during the daytime it will be so much hot in that place, and by night they will be very cool. So one more thing, that in desert area there will be no rainfall, or if it is by chance, and it will be very little only. Okay. So plant and animal live in these desert area, receive water from the dew drops. Okay. So how they are able to get the water from the dew drops formed during the night time. Now if we talk about one plant, that is about the desert plant, is your cactus. So as you know, cactus you would have seen, and it used to grow most probably that you can say in our country also, Rajasthan. So Rajasthan, and it used to be always green. So why it store water in their thick stem? Okay, the cactus is able to store the water in their thick stem, and their root grow deeply into the soil to absorb water and mineral. So the root of that plant, root of the cactus is so much deep inside the soil, and that's why the root is able to store the water which is they are storing at the night time. Now if we talk about one animal like we talk about camel. So camel also you can see in the Rajasthan. So other examples are also there like camel, then mice, kangaroo, rat, lizard, and snakes are also found in the desert area. Then what about the feature of these animals? So these animals are adapted to live with less amount of water. Okay, they don't want the water every day. So without water they are able to survive. Now how they are able to get the water? So with the food which they are eating, from that food only they are able to consume the water also. So during the daytime, most of the desert animal, they are remaining full time in the shade only. So if we talk about the camel, like its long legs. So long legs of the camel. So whatever with the long legs, it keeps their body away from the hot sand and help them to keep cool. Okay. And now if you would have seen, the hump used to be present in the camel. So the hump in that they can store excess food. Excess food means extra food in their home for future use. And if we talk about their eyes, so they have long eye lashes and which protect their eyes from the sun. Now, next one we are going to discuss the adaptation in the mountain habitat. So, mountain, as you know, they used to be very cold and windy. Okay, so in the most of the month of the year, the mountain ranges are covered with the snow also. You can say with the ice. So some of the plants which used to be grow there are, that is your pine and fern trees. And if you talk about animal, so that is the god. So they can be found in the mountain habitat. And if we talk about the adaptation of some aerial plants also. So your aerial plants are the plants that grow normally in the rainforest trees, and they are taking the nutrients from the surrounding atmosphere. Okay, so they do not have their root grow in the soil. So these roots are of following types. If we talk about aerial plants, so they are of three types: supportive, then is your breathing, and the last is the parasitic. Now these supportive roots used to be of three types. There is your prop root, then next is your stilt root, and the last is your climbing root. So example of prop root is your like your banyan tree. Then the stilt root you can see as the sugar cane. And the climbing root you can see the monkey plant. Sorry, money plant. So these are different types of fruits, and there are some plant which are showing this type of fruits we have discussed here. So our chapter is over, and this much only for this today. Thank you, students.